Hello, my friends in Financial Algebra. In Chapter 1, Lesson 6, one of the assignments was to do a parent interview regarding finances. And I utilized my own discretion in opting to create this assignment as an extra credit assignment. Finances can be very sensitive for a lot of people. It can be as sensitive as religion or politics, and not everybody might be able to complete this assignment. So what I utilized is my own discretion. I wanted to create this as an extra credit assignment. So this assignment is extra credit, as not everyone might have necessarily the best relationship with family, parents, grandparents, whomever you might live with. I'm using myself as a resource so that way you had that opportunity for extra credit in completing this assignment. And right now I think it's worth 50 points extra credit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of these questions. If you want, you can use this on Ramsey Classrooms on your own time, or on the computer, excuse me. You can do it if you have makeup time in class. I also have tangible physical copies for you that you'd be able to utilize. So in terms of finances and financial algebra, one of the things that has been most important for me regarding managing money as an adult is being willing to take accountability for my actions and utilizing a budget. And I recognize budgets can look different from person to person. I wish I had learned this skill differently earlier in my life. The things that I think would have been different is that I would not have worked just one job, but I might have worked 2 or even 3 jobs to have paid cash for college. I would have taken more responsibility when it came to my finances at a younger age. I didn't realize or know that I was capable of doing so, and that is something that I wish I had done. Question number 2. Do I regularly keep a budget? Yes, I do. I actually update my budget. I look at my finances every couple of days. I look at my budget a couple times a month, and every single month. My fiance and I have a joint account, and we have 5 sources of income during the school year that come in. And so that is something that we do. I use Microsoft Excel and pen and paper for that. Question number 3, do I allow myself fun money or play money? Yes, for the most part. I think that it's really important to be able to look forward to something. I think that it's important for mental health. I have a set amount, and my fiance also has a set amount. When that money's gone, however, that money's gone and we don't get any more. So when it comes to fun money, if we wanted to go out for a morning beverage or something else, that comes out of our fun money. That's not part of the budget. If I want to purchase concert tickets or something else, that is part of my fun money. So, but I think it's really important on that kind of note. The most important thing that money can do for you, I think that it is important to learn that it can be a tool, and it is up to you to determine how you want it to work for you. So in my instance, I think learning that you can have a CD or a savings account, put money in there and let it be, or you can add money to it. Using money as from the standpoint of wealth is really important versus a hindrance. So I think that the most important thing that you can do is save your money and learn to invest it. I think that kind of also helps cover number 5, if I view money as more of a burden or a help. There's certain things that we can't not spend on. We need to eat. We need to have a roof over our heads. We need to have warm running water, human rights. So unfortunately, there are times where maybe I get a migraine and I have to go to the emergency room, and having to pay that out of pocket expenses, it feels like a burden. But being responsible with my money can allow me to know that I can be responsible for it. So I view money more as a help now that I hope that I'm more mature. My most expensive purchase, overall, it was my house. I purchased a house in 2017 for $172,600. It was a big investment. I had never purchased a home before. It was my first home. I had no buyer's remorse, none whatsoever. I loved it. I was so grateful for that opportunity. I have a goal to purchase a home within the next year and a half. And so I'm very excited about that opportunity. I believe being able to have the resources to have a roof over my head where things are not going to change and I can paint my house pink, or I can put up a fence, or I can have backyard chickens or anything else, the things that speak to me. I love being able to do it. Other purchases that I've spent a lot of money on, I have regretted. So, which is funny, I've spent less money on and I regretted them. So, kind of varies. Number 7, am I a spender or a saver? Generally, I can be a spender, and I've learned that about myself. But I've learned that if I have cash, I hold on to that really well. Some people are really good about holding on to their debit card and not using their debit card. So for me in particular, I am a saver when I have cash. I'm a spender when I have my debit card. So I try to think and I ask myself questions. Is this a want or a need before I purchase it? And am I going to regret this purchase later? And how is it going to enhance my life? So those are some of the questions that I ask myself before I purchase something. So the next question, what is the most important tip or hint about managing money that I'd like to share? You are capable of having a wonderful financial future, and it is a choice. It is completely a choice. It is a choice of if you brush your teeth. It is a choice if you eat breakfast. It is a choice on if you're going to wear a coat in the wintertime. Finances and managing money, it is a choice. Dave Ramsey and his folks at Ramsey Solutions, they say that finances, it is 20% head knowledge and 80% behavior, and I think that that's completely true. Number 9, my biggest financial goal when I am old enough to retire, I would like to make sure that I have a retirement account. I would like to have my house paid off and have built a good, healthy financial portfolio, if you will. Have investments. My dad has a retirement account. My mom does not. And I've watched my mom work really, really, really hard, and I appreciate my mom and her example to me. But for me, I want a retirement account, and I want to be set as I age. As far as number 10, what do I want my students to learn from this class? I want them to learn themselves. I can teach you till I'm blue in the face, but what works for me may not work for you. I think that Dave Ramsey's classroom, this Ramsey Classroom program is phenomenal. And in fact, I will be teaching this to my kids, my stepkids, over the summer. I want my students to know that there's reasons for this, and a lot of financial errors are preventable. So as far as the last question, 3 topics I would like to continue talking to you about throughout this course. I actually would like it to be flipped. I would like my students to ask me questions and ask me why, or ask me questions that even might be challenging in their own way. Miss, why do you use this? Miss, do you think this is a good idea? I even had one student last term, Miss, how do I evade taxes? Well, if you don't exist, but even still, you should file taxes annually. So there's a lot of questions. I would like more conversation because I would like my students to be able to learn from each other. What's applicable for you might not be applicable for me, or what's applicable for me and my kids might be a different world than you. And I won't know what to teach you or what might be more important to you if you don't ask. So I love collaboration. I love conversations, and I would like to hear more from my students. If you have any follow-up questions, please let me know. Again, this is extra credit. This is not mandatory. If you have anything else you need, don't forget, you can send me an email. Hard deadline is for this term. Today is Wednesday, February 12th. Our deadline is Friday the 17th at 3 p.m. So if you have anything else that you need, please let me know. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, friends.